ingredients on the back, you will find that the number one ingredient in this is not apples. It is high fructose corn syrup. I actually posted a video last week about a bunch of foods that are dangerous for kids. I'll put a link to that in the description below here. But one of them was this applesauce. And a lot of people comment and say, oh, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. It's applesauce. No, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. I make these videos because I want to save people's lives. The number one ingredient is high fructose corn syrup. Guys, you can go to PubMed. You can go anywhere you want. You can find hundreds and hundreds of thousands of studies showing the incredible dangers of high fructose corn syrup.
Okay, did I miss something? Is this how we're supposed to be saving people's lives, by scaring them away from applesauce, which is affordable, accessible, shelf-stable, and can be a great way for some people to sneak some fruit in their diet? But more on that later. Let's do some housekeeping. We all saw our friend in that video wearing his super cool glasses, but those must be for aesthetic purposes only, not for function, because apples are actually the first ingredient in Mott's applesauce, not high fructose corn syrup, as you can easily read on this label here. And if this bothers you, there's a very easy solution. You can opt for an unsweetened or a no sugar added option, which usually are just as easy to find, and this dramatically cuts down on the sugar content. And like we've discussed before, how your diet affects your overall health seems to be impacted by two main factors: your total calorie intake and then your diet quality as a whole. So this is a meta-analysis of intervention trials. The goal of this study was to see what kind of biological or cardiometabolic effects happened when glucose or sucrose were replaced with fructose and high fructose corn syrup, but there was no change in calorie intake. So same calorie intake, just different types of sugar consumption. And out of the 25 studies they looked at, they found no significant cardiometabolic effects when glucose and sucrose were substituted with the fructose-based sugars, but they did notice a small uptick in diastolic blood pressure with the fructose substitutions because fructose can impact blood pressure. It's a complicated mechanism and I don't have time to talk about it now. Now, nobody here is advocating for the consumption of large quantities of high fructose corn syrup because we know that limiting added sugar in our diets is a positive thing. But blaming complicated, multifaceted illnesses like cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular disease on one food ingredient without addressing total calorie intake, diet quality, lifestyle, environment, genetics, yeah, you can't just pick one thing. That's a no. I'm going to leave you with my dietitian reasons on why applesauce can be a great choice for some people, aside from the fact that it's affordable and shelf-stable. So, produce, fruit in this case, can be a very difficult food group, especially for people with sensory issues. And this is because due to seasonality, ripeness, and just because of the nature of the beast, it is never consistent. One week you can go to the store, get a pint of strawberries that are large, that are crisp, that are fresh, and just a little bit sweet. The next week, if strawberries are out of season, they can be small, they can be mushy, and they can taste terrible. Or you could have a handful of blueberries and 3 could be firm, 2 could be mushy, and 1 could be rotten. Unpredictability, not awesome. So for something like applesauce, it's the same every time, it's predictable, you know what you're getting. Canned fruit is the same way. These are all great ways to add fruit into your diet. So our real life-saving tip of the day, ignore things like this. Okay, bye.